If you're looking for some unique and original music that doesn't cave to a genre, follow us at Replicant Band. Link is in the description. Hello everyone, and welcome to the seemingly final part of our Tyler the Creator Wolf explanation series. In my previous video, I discussed a couple comments that I received and gave a theory on the idea of the Tyler Wolf movie. Since then, I've had plenty more comments, questions and theories that I'd like to discuss today, maybe in the hopes of revealing more of the storyline. As I said though, I think this will be my last video on the actual Wolf storyline itself. I'm thinking about discussing Flower Boy and Igor soon though, so stay tuned for that. Anyways, let's just get into some of your comments. What happened to the song Burger? I don't know, it's on the album. No, I'm just joking. I think they're trying to ask if Burger has any relation to the storyline. However, this song was actually included with the deluxe edition of Goblin only, which would mean it has to take place after the ending in Golden, which just doesn't work. So yeah, Burger's a great song that you all should listen to if you haven't, but no, I don't think it's related to the storyline.
I'd rather be happy than fucking 4D. So fuck that teacher's lecture, I'm having Sydney record me.
Another great explanation. I made a comment on the first part, and I think that this helps to cover some loose ends in your version of the storyline. Also, by me calling it your version, I'm not discrediting it, it's just that I believe that everyone should have their own interpretation of the story and what it means. I'm actually a big fan of how you've explained it. Thanks for the support, and yes, I agree. Due to either intentional or unintentional details that are kept hidden in the storyline, it is actually possible for people to have their own interpretations of the albums. For example, like what order they're in. For a long time, I believed that Wolf was the prequel to Bastard. However, there were just too many inconsistencies, which led to me creating my timeline and order of events. And it seems that you guys have really got behind that, which is great. How come Goblin came out earlier than Wolf? Isn't it the other way around in the storyline? I've seen this comment several times now, and the reason for Goblin coming out before Wolf is because Tyler obviously started this storyline and then wanted to go back and flesh out the story and characters later down the line. Wolf is a prequel and chronologically comes before Goblin. Some other examples of this would be like episodes 1, 2 and 3 of Star Wars, which came out after episodes 4, 5 and 6, and also games like Metal Gear Solid 3, which is set before Metal Gear Solid 2. Okay, I have a theory about the timeline. So Bastard is obviously first, but I like to think that Goblin is actually the second album in the trilogy. At the end of the album, Sid gives Tyler his medication, but the dosage is too much for him, and that's where Wolf comes in. Dr. TC takes this opportunity to give Tyler a completely new identity as Wolf, seeing as Tyler has always wanted to be Wolf Haley and let Tyler find a more peaceful part of himself. To explain Wolf's mood change from Goblin to Wolf, every one of Tyler's alternate personalities has a remnant of Troncat, some more than others. So while trying to make Wolf more peaceful, Dr. TC removes some of Wolf's aggressive traits, thus creating Sam accidentally. This would also explain why Sam wasn't even mentioned on Goblin, seeing as he wasn't his own personality. There's more I could say. Please respond to know my theory is being noticed. I'm not saying to like or heart the comment, but if you wanted to, why me? Well, I liked and hearted the comments, and I'm responding now, so you get what you want. I really like this theory. However, you would have to give this a lot of leeway to think that this is what Tyler actually meant when making the storyline. As I said before, I believe the order of the albums is Bastard, Wolf, then Goblin. However, like the previous commenter mentioned, there are several interpretations you can have of the albums, and the order of them. So if you think this is what happened, that's great. And it's great that you can look into these albums with that much detail and take things away from it that I personally never saw. In answer, Tyler is saying, the fuck is an Okoma? I'm changing my shit to Haley. Can you please answer what is the meaning and if it connects to the story? I think this was simply a nice lyric that relates back to the storyline, simply showing us how Tyler is still stuck in this endless cycle of hating his father and wanting to distance himself as much as possible from his family name. He actually stated before in an interview a while back, I'll see if I can find the clip.
The first time I was like, like on Facebook, I didn't want to put Tyler Creator or my real name, so like I always wanted my nickname to be Wolf, and my last name is Okoma. That's my father's last name, but I don't have anything to do with him. So since I was 16, I wanted to change my last name to Haley, but I never did. So it was just always in the back of my head. So Wolf Haley was just the name I had on Facebook, you know, just to have fun and shit. Like, that's Tyler, but his name's Wolf Haley on there. Until that kind of turned into this persona of like who I see myself as when I wear the cool ass button ups and the shorts and shit. Like, he's that cool ass redheaded ginger dude who I like, if I could choose, I would be him, but I can't.
But yeah, he said before that for a while he was genuinely considering changing his name. like in real life. So I can assume that is relating to this lyric as well. I think the second part of See You Again is the beginning to Tyler's chorus in After the Storm by Kali Uchis. Also, I noticed whenever Kali is featured on one of Tyler's songs, it's always as a girl he is trying to get. So in See You Again, Kali could be Salem, and Wolf or Tyler is who's singing. Or it could be something else, I don't know, I'm lazy to write the rest out in a YouTube comment thread. Yeah, it's a bit far-fetched for me personally, as by that point I think Tyler would have moved on entirely from the storyline. However, if you took that away from the music videos, I think that's great. You should make a playlist and put songs in the correct order of when they happen. I haven't made a full playlist of the song orders, however I have put together a little interpretation of what I think the Wolf movie would be like, as I connected all his previous music videos and put them into a timeline. I explained my interpretation of the Wolf movie in part 2, but yeah, go check that out in my playlist sections if you're interested. Just a little heads up, if you're enjoying the video so far and want to see more content like this, a like and especially a subscribe will really help me in creating more content like this for all of you to enjoy. Also, I just want to mention, there's been so many extremely supportive comments that I haven't touched on, purely for the purpose of the video. However, I just want to say I really appreciate these, and they all really help in motivating me to create more stuff for you guys. Anyways, let's get to more comments. Ace could be used to represent a last resort, aka Tyler's suicidal tendencies. Also, Wolf in Yonkers says, "I'm Wolf, Ace gon' put that hole in my head." Thought it was a genius play on words. This is a theory I could really get behind, as although Ace isn't shown much throughout the storyline, whenever he is presented, he is shown to be an angry personality. And yeah, I like how you picked up on the little wordplay of Ace gon' put that hole in my head. I'd never really noticed that before. I've always had this headcanon that Wolf Haley evolves into Troncat and Sam evolves into Ace the Creator. Ace is a suicidal, depressed, unhappy version of Wolf/Tyler. Troncat is an even worse version of Wolf's chaos. Both of these personalities control Tyler's emotions. In Sam is Dead, Tyler leaves the asylum a changed man, and shows that by killing off Dr. TC, Troncat, and Ace. I like what you said here, and I do personally agree that the characters may have evolved with the progression of the storyline. However, as Goblin came out before Wolf, I personally think that if this is true, it would simply be Tyler fleshing out and evolving the characters' backstories that are presented in Goblin, and making them more fleshed out in Wolf. Tyler said that Igor isn't related to Wolf, Ace, or Troncat, that Igor is somebody completely different. At least that's what I got out of it, don't quote me on that. Other than that, great video, I watched both of them and loved it. Thanks for the support, my guy, and I've heard Tyler say this before, and I 100% agree that both Flower Boy and Igor are completely unrelated to the storyline. 0 dislikes, congratulations. 1 dislike, what the fuck? I don't know, man. Maybe they're a Nav fan or something. In Igor, maybe Wolf took the new name of Igor, and all this time he was into Sam and slept with Salem to make him mad, and break up with her to be with him. Okay, that was stupid, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's a bit mad. It's a bit mad, but I like the creativity at least. So basically, Ace is like Shelby from Adventure Time. Could have been a possible important component of the series, but for the most part, just there. Fam, that is literally the most genius way of putting it. Like, I literally couldn't have put it better myself. I was trying so long to describe what the fuck Ace was, but legit, this is it. Ace is basically Shelby from Adventure Time, just without the weird ass fucking voice.
Where are you?
Alright, hear me out. I think you were on the right track with the other theory, but I don't think Wolf is dead, because in the end of Goblin, it seemed that Dr. TC finally got on control of Wolf. Which leads me to the Sam is Dead video. I think he killed Sam, Troncat, and Ace. I say this because Tyler doesn't go by those nicknames anymore, except Wolf Haley. Which leads to my next point, where you see in the 911 part of Who Dat Boy, you see 4 Tylers. The Tyler on the left sitting on the ground could be Troncat, because he's wearing a hoodie that has a cat on the back. The Tyler on the bench could be Sam, because it looks like one of the outfits that Sam could wear as someone who does drug deals. The Tyler way in the back is Wolf, because I think that's Tyler's signature look. The normal snapback hat with a shirt and shorts, similar to how he dresses in Yonkers. The last Tyler on the right could be either himself and possibly Dr. TC. Now the part that is crazy to me is that when Tyler on the right starts dancing, the Tyler in the back starts dancing almost at the same time, but the other Tylers don't. That leads to the fact that Dr. TC has control over him now. This also leads me to believe that Dr. TC is also supposed to be an older, wiser Tyler, which is symbolized in him having an older voice. Really creative theory, my guy, and major props to you for piecing this all together. I personally agree that the final part of the 911 music video is related to the storyline, although I could be wrong. It's basically what I was trying to say on the second part, which you commented on. Then, at the end of Who Dat Boy, there's the second part where he performs a small segment of 911, where there is 4 Tylers. I believe this is showing us all 4 of Tyler's alter egos, Troncat, Ace, Wolf, and now Sam, now in some sort of afterlife place. However, I personally don't believe in this interpretation of the events, but that's totally fine. As I said before, different interpretations are great, and this is one that I can genuinely get behind and consider to be plausible. So if this is how you saw the events play out, then that's cool as well. Okay, so, like, after the main lore, and Tyler kills his alter egos, Flower Boy and Igor are like both about like kind of moving on, and Tyler finding his true self without the alter egos, like opening a new door. I may be wrong, but it makes sense to me. I mean, you could have written it easier for me to read, to be honest, but I see what you're trying to say, and I personally agree with this idea of moving on. However, I think this is done in Cherry Bomb only. As stated before, I think Flower Boy and Igor are completely unrelated to the storyline. Does Ace make any real appearances on the trilogy besides dying at the end? It's been a while since I've actually listened to the trilogy, but I think Ace makes the most appearances on Bastard, if I remember correctly. I love concept albums and storytelling in music, and I gotta say this is one of the best out there. It would be awesome if this trilogy was actually made into a movie, maybe something similar to Pink Floyd's The Wall. I actually haven't gotten around to seeing that film, and I'll have to at some point. And personally, I'm more of a Dark Side of the Moon man myself, but yeah, for me, concept albums, or in this case a concept trilogy, is always really exciting to me. Do y'all wonder how Salem got into Camp Flognor? That's a really interesting point, that obviously is just a detail Tyler forgot to touch on. Oh wait, there's a reply here. Chronic masturbation. Imagine life. What? Like, what if Tyler has done everything he tells us about in past lives, and in this life he could explain in story what he did, but with no consequence, because he doesn't actually do it, but imagines it because it already fucking happened. No, I'm just overthinking again. My guy's on some fucking next level astral plane shit here. We all know his best song though, when he was in the Crew in Regular Show.
Okay, hold up. You wanna talk words and verse, but your face is distracting, so ugly it bugs me.
I mean, we can all joke about it, but we all know the Crew are the highest tier of rap. Oh my god, I just love Tyler's creativity and how it all ties together. Thank you for explaining this story. I've been listening to all of his discography lately and found your video and it all makes sense. Tyler is truly a creator. And I think that is a good way to end the video. If you enjoyed, a like and a subscribe would be really appreciated. If you're new to the channel, expect more content like this. For example, my Kendrick Lamar to Pimp a Butterfly series that I already have 7 episodes released for. This is most likely the last time I'll touch on the Wolf storyline for a while, but I'll definitely be talking about Tyler's newer work soon. I think it's now an appropriate time to touch on the storylines of Flower Boy and Igor, so yeah, expect those videos fairly soon. If you have any other lingering thoughts and questions that I didn't answer, please write them in the comment section below, as I'll be responding to any comments you guys write. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.